attempt do not attempt to adjust your device screen. We are in control of the broadcast. We control the horizontal. We control the vertical. The time has come. Please stand by for a live transmission from Halloween Daily News. Yes. Light up those pumpkins, everybody, because we are live. Let's see who else is awake and alive out there tonight on this Monday night. Hello, Haddonfield, and happy Michael Myers Monday. Welcome to it. If you're new here, my name is Matt. We are Halloween Daily News, and if you're wondering what this late night bloodletting is all about that you just found yourself in the middle of, it's what we call Michael Myers Monday Live, our weekly, mostly weekly sometimes, gathering, hangout, general geek out festival of madness and celebration of the greatest horror franchise of all time with the greatest horror fans of all time, which brings me to my friends over here in the live chat, our returning friends. What's up, everybody? I see a lot of familiar names and friends already in the house. David Suber lighting it up, of course, our good buddy Fall Guy Halloween, an illustrious channel member. You too can be a channel member. It's just $5 a month, just like Fall Guy. You can use cool emojis like he's doing. Another illustrious channel member, Brett Patrick, just checked in. What's up, Scotty Cole? I see you making it for a live for the first time. Awesome. I love it. Welcome. Looks like Krusty the Krab's here as well. I saw Michael Myers lurking in the live chat. Of course, Tim Leo, Phil, Lycone lighting it up with their pumpkins. Byron is here as well. Who else is here? Brad's music channel in the house. Larry Moore Jr. Blake, another illustrious channel member. Thank you guys for being here, and especially to you channel members. Thank you especially for your support. It's just $5 a month, guys. Think about joining the club. It's a lot of fun. We got a growing community in there, and we really appreciate it. Scrolling back real quick, Solid Saturn said, Happy Michael Myers Monday. Megan checked in as well. Awesome, guys. This is looking really good. And what is that? Disket? Is that the name? Am I reading that right? Dice Suit. Sorry about that. Dice Suit, welcome and happy Michael Myers Monday to you as well. All right, welcome everybody. Josh Baker Videos in the house also. Awesome, awesome. Great. Well, you guys are here for a fun one tonight. I think it's going to be a fun one. Not a whole lot of breaking news, but man, there's been some amazing and huge, quite literally, Michael Myers merch drops just in the last couple days. So we're going to be talking quite a bit about that, and maybe one or two other juicy little treats, news bites for us to taste and chew on and discuss here with you guys. So we're going to get into all that here in just a few minutes. But first, a toast to you guys, a salute to you guys. You made it. Like I always say, it's Monday night. That means at the very least you made it through another week since our last gathering. And in our case, it's been 2 weeks since our last Michael Myers Monday live stream here on the HDN channel. So in that case, you made it through 2 weeks since the last time we did this, and you made it through another Monday, which is the hardest part for a lot of people sometimes, just getting the week, that first part of it done. So you did it. You're here. That in itself, just surviving and being here, reason to celebrate, right? Surviving the night like the survivors in a Haddonfield Halloween movie. All right. Happy Michael Myers Monday, everybody. This is for you guys. Phil's going to Flashback Weekend next Friday. Nice. Tell them all we said what's up. We love Mike and Mia and everybody up at Flashback. It was a great time when we were there about 10 years ago. They always have a sick lineup. Totally sick. Like I said, we're going to be talking mainly about merch, but I do have a couple just little news items that actually I figured we'd lead off with this evening. You know, sometimes we do a show and tell here to kick things off. I don't have a show and tell for you this week. Well, I've got, it's not new, but something we can take a look at in a minute, just in reference to one of the news items I'm going to talk about here. And again, these are news items, not even really like big news items, just little mentions of Michael Myers that are noteworthy and absolutely discussion worthy for us here during Michael Myers Monday. So we're going to get into that right off the top here. Then we're going to do our roundup of the latest merch drops and talk about those items. We're going to launch a new poll this evening and do results of our last Michael Myers Monday poll. And we're also going to do some shout outs, some social media shout outs at the end. Let's see. Sonia Priscilla has checked in. Good evening. Very excited for Halloween this year. Very excited for Oogie Boogie Bash at Disney's California Adventure. Awesome. Yeah, that sounds like an awesome time. We've never been to that specific event before at Disney for Halloween. I definitely hope to make it sometime. It sounds like a really cool, awesome event. Thank you for being here and joining us. And happy Michael Myers Monday to you. Before we get into our first news bite of the evening, just a couple little scheduling things here on the channel, some stuff to look forward to. Well, first of all, I hope you checked out our most recent coverage last week. We had a lot of cool stuff, including the full Animatronics lineup from the Home Depot. We attended their virtual media event last week, and we've got a comprehensive report of all of that stuff up here on the channel. I hope you'll check that out. Also, our local Lowe's started getting some physical animatronics in their actual store last week. We were there, did a little Hallow hunting video. I hope you check that out. And we dropped a very cool, I think it's very cool, exclusive new video interview that I hope you've watched. It is with the stars of the new horror movie Oddity, Carolyn Bracken and Gwillem Lee. And Carolyn Bracken, you might remember, she starred in a film that we covered here at HDN a couple years ago, a cool little folk Halloween horror movie out of Ireland called You Are Not My Mother. Check it out. It's on Prime Video. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Also, check out my interview with that film's director, Kate Dolan, elsewhere on this channel. But Carolyn, she's an awesome actress. She's great in You Are Not My Mother. She's awesome in Oddity. And Gwillem, you might have seen him in Bohemian Rhapsody and some other cool stuff. They're both really talented actors. It was great talking to them, and it was great talking about Halloween with them. You know, I always love talking to people that don't necessarily grow up here in the States and what their relationship to Halloween is, or in some cases isn't, or has been, or in some cases hasn't been. And it's all really cool. And I also asked them, because the movie, it's about oddities and curiosities and cursed items, right? It's really cool. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Very, very well made movie. Well, I asked them both if they have any actual oddities around their own homes that they keep that might have some sentimental value, and they both answer that. And Carolyn actually gives an amazing answer that I won't spoil it all for you, but she took a prop from the film Oddity home with her, and it's a pretty cool one if you've seen the film. So check that out. Also, when we were talking about Halloween, and we talked about costumes, she told us a really cool story from the set of You Are Not My Mother, which I thought was a very nice full circle moment. So I hope you check that one out. This week, our next upcoming exclusive video interview, I hope you will check out. It is with writer and director of another new horror movie. This one comes out this week, and the horror movie is called Starve Acre. And the director is, I'm sorry, I'm getting my my stuff mixed up here. The film is Starve Acre, and the director is Daniel Cocotelo. And this movie, again, awesome new horror movie. It's folk horror. I won't give it all away, but you might have seen it. I shared the poster for it over the weekend, and it's got a very weird, creepy looking rabbit, a brown hair on the poster. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but that rabbit there, that hair, that plays quite an important role in the film itself, and it's pretty awesome. And we talked about that. What I think is might be the creepiest, probably is the creepiest in my opinion, rabbit ever put on film. Anyway, Daniel's a super talented director, and I highly recommend his film as well. It comes out in select theaters and on demand this Friday. That's when you'll be able to see it. Again, it's called Starve Acre. Got an unbelievable cast with Matt Smith, who, if you watch House of the Dragon, he plays Daemon on that. And Morfydd Clark, who stars in the Lord of the Rings series, The Rings of Power. But I haven't seen that show yet, but I loved her work from a few years ago from a horror movie, again, that we covered here on HDN. It was called Saint Maud. You might have heard of that one. She was the lead in that and just knocked it out of the park. So anyway, check out my interview with Daniel. That's coming up in a couple days. If you're a channel member, one of our illustrious channel members, you can watch it right now. Not right now, after we're done here doing the live stream. You can watch it. It's available for early access to all of our channel members right now, and will be for the next day or two before we drop it to the public. And you can also find the trailer for Starve Acre at HalloweenDailyNews.com this week. And I think that's it for the scheduling at the moment. There is some other cool stuff coming your way, but I can't let it all the cats out of the bag quite yet. I will remind you that we are currently in the process of uploading our highlights, audio highlights from our library of these exclusive interviews that we've done over the many years here at Halloween Daily News to the official Halloween Daily podcast. And it is now available on Spotify and Apple and wherever you listen to podcasts. The link's in the description of this video. I also pinned it at the top of the live chat here this evening. And that link will take you to the main podcast page, and all you need to do is click on listen on other platforms, and there are links to all the other platforms where you can listen and subscribe and follow the Halloween Daily podcast. It's got a lot of our archival interviews right now. And new stuff is coming on there as well. So hit that up if you haven't already. All right, we're gonna get into some news right now. Very, very small news, not big news, but interesting news. And we're going to start in just a minute with the man, the myth, the legend himself, John Carpenter. You might know what I'm talking about. Did any of you see his most recent post earlier today on Michael Myers Monday on the site formerly known as Twitter? Yes, Fall Guy. Yeah, you can check it out. Like I said, don't go quite yet. Let me finish the live stream. But yeah, you can. You're a member. You can check it out right now. It's a fun one. And Daniel's a really talented director. We talked about a little bit about how, the film takes place in the 70s, and he really very consciously shot it to look and feel like it could have been made in the 70s. I would say the same thing was done very effectively with the first Omen in that respect, where it was very much shot and made it feel like something that could have been made in that time period, where it's taking place very much here too. And again, just the cast really elevating it, but it's a cool folk horror movie with some cool, again, I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, but it's good stuff. Check out the trailer. I did share the poster, like I said, the link for members, and also in that same post in the community tab this weekend, there's a link to the trailer. You can check it out as well. The Halloween movie collector himself, Patrick Ring, in the house, another illustrious channel member. Good night for you to be here, Patrick, because we're going to be talking quite a bit about new merch and collectibles, most of which is available for purchase right now, and most of which I wouldn't be surprised if you, Patrick, have probably already ordered, and probably already ordered and have on display or has arrived. But we'll get to that in just a minute. First, like I said, we do have just a couple brief little news bites we're going to chew on. Excuse me. All right, you might have seen this, that earlier today, as a matter of fact, on Michael Myers Monday, the one, the only, the great and powerful, the legend, the master, John Carpenter, took to the social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, and I was going to say he tweeted, but I guess I guess it's a post now, technically. Not that it matters, but anyway. And I don't even really know, like I said, it's not even really news, because I don't even really know where this question came from, but you guys can help clue me in on this. But here's what he said earlier today on Michael Myers Monday, July 22nd. There is no different version of Halloween where Michael Myers dies. This is total bullshit! Exclamation point. That's the quote. There is no different version of Halloween where Michael Myers dies. Where Michael dies is the exact quote. This is total bullshit. So there you have it for anybody that was in doubt. I am guessing, and again, I wasn't even aware of this. It didn't pop up on my radar or on my feeds, but I'm guessing there was some article somewhere, some clickbait thing recently, talking about some alleged different version, different ending for the 78 film. I'm guessing. You guys, please clue me in if you know the source of this. I even scrolled down and looked at a bunch of the comments here to try to determine what the source of this might have been, and I don't really know the context. Again, I never thought there was another version. I know there is that footage that Billy Kirkus owns, and it's kind of this legendary Holy Grail type footage that's out there. It's never been released, with outtakes and stuff, and things like that people are always talking about. But I don't know. Do you guys know? Do you have a link that you can share? Again, I'm just the way the world works. I'm guessing that there was some article that got in front of his eyes, and Carpenter felt the need to respond and put that shit to rest. um, and again, no surprise there. I mean, the ending is the ending. It's always been the ending, and of course, it's the perfect ending, the only ending. I mean, it's perfect, and nothing that any of the other movies ever do changes how perfect that ending is, no matter what you think about the other movies, love, hate, or anything in between. And I'll always say that. So there you go. There is no other version where Michael dies. This is total bullshit. Um, you know, in classic Carpenter language, in other words, no BS involved, straight and to the point. I love it though, I mean, shutting it down, whatever he's concerned people were talking about. But yeah, I mean, if you change that ending, if there was ever any consideration of changing the ending, it changes the entire movie. He's not the boogeyman anymore. It's not the whole thing. So yeah, there was never any discussion. I have no doubt there was never any discussion of a different ending, even in '78 during the making of it. But all that said, there we go. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Carpenter himself, posting about none other than Michael Myers today on Michael Myers Monday. Forcefully, we might add. So what do you make of all this? And please, clue me in on what I'm missing. What is the source of this? Where is all of this coming from? I'd love to hear from you and your thoughts on that post today. All right, turning back over here to the live chat, I see Darlene is checked in. What's up? Happy Michael Myers Monday. Darlene, another regular viewer, friend of the brand. Thank you for hanging out tonight. Let's see. Halloween Master, what's up? Happy Michael Myers Monday to you. Okay, I see. Hollywood Horror Museum posted that they know someone that had a different version. Okay, Krusty Krab has provided the intel that I needed. Thank you for that. Okay, I will look that up when we're done here. The Hollywood Horror Museum. All right, I'll check out what they posted. But clearly, it got enough traction to get Carpenter's attention and get a response, and clearly it is complete BS. So there we go. That's the end of that. All right. Now there is another fun, and again, I classify this as news because this is just a tiny bit of behind the scenes reveal here that we've never seen before. And I love details like this, and even years later after a film, well, in this case, 78, so many years later, but any of these films, even years later, I love that we could still be learning new things. I still learn new things. Even in some of the interviews we do, talking to Tom Jones Jr., I learned things I didn't know about Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills that he told us. So this falls under that it's just some new info. And again, it doesn't change history by any means. It's not hot breaking news that's going to affect anything. But for our discussions here, when I saw this post, and again, on Michael Myers Monday, from one of the legends of this franchise, and also, I might add, somebody I might consider friend of the brand here at HDM. What am I talking about? What the hell am I talking about? All right, let's take a look at it. Our friend, the amazing Christopher Nelson, special effects extraordinaire, legend, Oscar winner. He made some really cool Michael Myers Monday posts today. Did you guys see on Instagram? He posted some really cool photos just a few hours ago as we're recording this on Michael Myers Monday, July 22nd. And this is nothing new. Christopher often posts on Michael Myers Monday, uses the hashtag, and we often look at them here during our live broadcast, because it's often some very cool behind the scenes imagery that in many cases I've never seen, and I don't think has ever been made public before, and that's what we have here. So two really cool photos to look at here. First of all, there's this one with just the caption "Happy Michael Myers Monday," and that's Corey's blood splattered Scarecrow mask, of course, from Halloween Ends, and some Michael masks back there. That appears to be possibly a Kills flashback mask there on the left. And I'm guessing these are from his own personal collection, screen used, etc. And you guys know I love that Scarecrow mask. We actually sold out of them. Speaking of which, we have just a couple of the Allison cat masks, related but not the same. But then he followed this up. Christopher followed this up with another post today, and this is the one I'm most excited to talk about. Check this out, guys. Did you guys see this post over on the gram today from Michael Myers Monday on Instagram? Christopher Nelson, on his official account, he posts this image, and he says in the caption, he says, "I was asked to do some new silver shamrock designs for Halloween Ends. Most we didn't use due to story changes, but some we did. Here are a few. Simple and fun. Happy Michael Myers Monday." And check out what we have here. Speaking of the Scarecrow mask, there it is. That's the first one you see. There is a Black Cat mask that's obviously morphed into what became the ultimate version of Allison's mask. This one we see here is a bit different. Here, I'll bring up a bigger photo of that so you can see, and we'll zoom in just a tiny bit and take them one by one. Now, the Black Cat mask here is slightly different than what made the film, of course. They ultimately went with a half mask in the film, which probably a good choice, considering this would have covered up Andy Matichek's Allison's face pretty much in its entirety. They made the choice to not cover up the lower part of her face and have her mouth free and open, and it just covers up her eyes and nose, which is kind of cool. And that's the version of the mask that we get in the film and from Trick or Treat Studios. And then we get some of these other ones. We get the vampire mask, and we get a glow-in-the-dark ghost mask. But check out the Wolfman mask. If that looks familiar to you, and you're a Halloween Ends fan, it should look familiar to you, because that, I believe, is what would ultimately be Jeremy's mask. And very cool to see it here. In fact, I will pull up a still of Jeremy from the film that we pulled up here, in case you're remembering from the beginning of the film. This is Jeremy with his werewolf mask, right? And there it is, as first depicted in this concept art shared today on Instagram from Christopher Nelson. So, and then there's a glow-in-the-dark haunt mask, it's called. And then down here at the end, there's a mummy mask and the devil mask. Now, aside from this just being some cool behind-the-scenes concept art that ultimately wasn't all used, when we look at what was used, and this is what really gets me excited, because you guys know what a big Halloween 3 fan I am, what a big Silver Shamrock nut I am. And we know already, David Gordon Green said that every single printed version of the Halloween Ends script ended with the final scene being at the Silver Shamrock factory, and they're printing out masks, and out comes a Michael Myers mask. Boom. And I still think it's a damn shame that they didn't keep that ending and actually shoot it. They claim they never even shot it, but it was in every printed version of the script. That was a David Gordon Green quote. If it was up to me, that's how the film would have ended. Even after the credits, that would have been so great. Because you could have gone into the factory and seen the logo, and we know where we're at, Silver Shamrock, and you'd see the classic 3, we know what we're looking at. But then they could have also panned over, and we could have also seen the Scarecrow and the cat and recognized that now. And seen Jeremy's mask, because now we know that, well, it might be unofficial at this point. I'm going to say, by canon, it is a fact that these masks, as well as Michael's, they are all Silver Shamrock masks in universe in these films. At least that was at one point the idea, and nothing in the film contradicts it as is now. So, in my head canon, after the credits end, the ideal scene would have been that scripted scene, and not only would we have seen the classic three film masks, the pumpkin, the witch, the skull, we would have also seen these that weren't featured in the film, as well as these that were, like Corey's Scarecrow, like Allison's Black Cat, and even like poor, unfortunate Jeremy's werewolf. So in short, thank you, Christopher Nelson, for sharing this awesome graphic here. I love it. And to me, that's all it takes. You guys can disagree if you want, but for me, they're all Silver Shamrock masks. They always have been, in my opinion. That confirms it. And yeah, that's my biggest creative complaint about Halloween Ends is they didn't keep that scene at the very end, because that could have been really awesome. Yes, I know evil doesn't die, it only changes shape. And I think that's why they didn't include it ultimately, because they want that. They don't want Silver Shamrock to be the higher power in any way. They don't want there to be one. It's just evil doesn't die, it changes shape. And that's the way they leave it, and I like that. But again, for my own personal preference, and you guys, regular viewers, know my soft spot for Silver Shamrock. I mean, oh my God. Had they ended with that scene that David Gordon Green has described, and had they acknowledged that all these masks somewhere in there were Silver Shamrock made. Anyway, it's acknowledged now, and as far as I'm concerned, it's canon to these sequel films, to this sequel trilogy, and I love it. All right, now you guys tell me what you think. We'll be back in 1 minute. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. We hate the Hey everybody, I want to remind you that we have official merch. That's right. Now available in the HDN Spring Store. You can show your love for Halloween every day, all year round, with official Halloween Daily News t-shirts. Many different designs are available, many different styles, colors, all sizes, including the original HDN Classic, our special Triple M crew design for the Michael Myers Monday regulars out there, and our brand new What Would John Carpenter Do design. All of these are available, like I said, multiple sizes, colors, and styles on t-shirts. And that's not all. We've got other merch available, like mugs and stickers and lots of other cool stuff. Check it out now at the merch link in the description of this video. That's right. We've got all kinds of new merch in our spring store, including the official HDN Halloween Never Ends shirt. And this is, of course, in no way meant to be a diss to the movie, because I love the movie, like most of you. But also, Halloween never ends. And it is available right now in our spring store at the link in the description of this live stream. All right. Yeah, what would John Carpenter do is a really cool shirt. Definitely gonna pick that up. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. Well, those are lessons not only for filmmaking. I mean, that's certainly what you should always say if you're a filmmaker, in my opinion. What would John Carpenter do if you're at a question mark in making a film? But I would say that's a lesson for life. What would John Carpenter do? I mean, that's at least for me it is. Mm-hmm. Yes. Scotty's correct. Studio interference often robs us of golden scenes. Yeah. Again, I mean, I respect and I can get with the ending that exists. It's all good, but man, had they ended, and I would have done it even after the credits probably too. End it exactly like it does, and then the final thing after the credits is a little tag where, and just a slow pan, just one shot inside the factory, and maybe not even any people in there. It's just all automated, which would make it even cooler, I think. And it would just bring it so full circle and just blow so many people's minds. And for the people that don't care or don't get it, it wouldn't, I mean, honestly, most people that really couldn't find anything to appreciate in Halloween Ends, I don't think they would have appreciated that ending any more or less. That's not going to affect their opinion of the film. But for those of us that really appreciate it and enjoyed it, I think it just would have been the exclamation point that, especially when you're starting off with the same font and color in the opening credits as H3, and they've already laid all that groundwork, with the masks being featured ever so briefly in 2018 and then again in Kills. Anyway, it's fun to think about anyway. And again, in our canon, in our fan canon, there you go. Thank you, Darlene. Yeah, we're gonna be making some more merch too. A lot more cool stuff coming. All right, let's get into some of this merch we're going to talk about. Well, speaking of merch, before I forget, I do want to mention, while we are completely sold out. Oh, this one's mine. We're sold out of this guy. This is the Trick or Treat Studios. This is mine. The Trick or Treat Studios replica. And this is my copy. I already clipped the tag and everything. And we're completely out of this right now, out of stock. But what we do have, if you don't own it yet, we do have the official Allison Black Cat mask, and it's only $20. And as you can see, we're down to just 2 left in stock right now. So if you've been thinking about it, maybe now's the time, because now I don't know, if you're like me, then the masks just became even that much cooler because they're silver shamrock masks. I mean, again, if you had asked me, just my unofficial, I would have fan fictioned that anyway, in my own headcanon, I guess is what they call it, what the kids call it these days. But Let's see here. Yes, we're going to talk about the Spirit Baby Michael in just a minute. Absolutely. Um, and I know we've talked quite a bit already about a lot of the Spirit Halloween officially licensed Michael Myers merch coming out this year. A lot of it's out and available online and is going to start showing up in stores in just the next couple weeks. And we're going to talk more about that in just a minute because there are some other new items that we're going to talk about that have been revealed and released in just the last couple days since our last report. So we are going to talk more about more Spirit Halloween Michael Myers merch that's new for 2024 tonight. But before we get to that, I want to give a little bit of attention and focus on another retailer that we haven't talked about this year yet, but they made a big, literally huge splash last year with one of their quite notable Michael Myers officially licensed releases last year. And I'm talking about our friends over at HalloweenCostumes.com. That's right. You know the website well. They've been around forever and they've been retooling. And now they're not only carrying, you know, all kinds of products that they've always carried, but now they're carrying a lot of their own exclusive products that they're making in-house and that they are selling exclusively through their website. And one of these that was a big hit last year was the, I'd say, game-changing, colossal 25-foot officially licensed Halloween 78 Michael Myers Inflatable. Now, I've yet to see one of these in person. I know they had one out at H45 that went up for a few minutes. I was inside at the convention during that time, and I've yet to see one of these in person. But we've seen videos online, some viral videos, and it looks insane and awesome. They also did smaller 15 and 8-foot versions. Well, we're going to start with that headline that over at HalloweenCostumes.com, you might be interested to know that it's back. The colossal, that's my term, the colossal 25-foot Michael Myers Halloween Inflatable, officially licensed from John Carpenter's original Halloween, available exclusively from HalloweenCostumes.com, is back for 2024, priced at $500. And I said it before last year, the fact that this even exists is one of the coolest things I've ever seen in the 12 years now that we've been operating since launching Halloween Daily News and covering the Halloween industry and also covering the Michael Myers Halloween franchise. This just brings it all together in a way like we've never seen. And just its existence alone is reason for celebration. So he was released last year in 2023 in the 25-foot scale, as well as, like I said, available at 15 and 8-foot intervals. And they are back, and they are currently in stock at HalloweenCostumes.com. But that's not all. There are some other returning items, and there are a couple new items that we're going to talk about. And this year's upgrade, we can kind of say, I think he's somewhat of a upgrade. I mean, he's only 6 feet, and that's usually not an only, but in comparison to those others. But check this guy out. He's an animated inflatable, an animatronic inflatable. And again, we've seen this before, but not an officially licensed Michael Myers, not an officially licensed horror property like this. And it's that exact same look as the inflatables as last year, only now he's got movement. And not one, but 2 movements. which I find especially cool. He's turning his head from side to side, and he's slashing the right arm up and down, over and over, continuously. And it's officially licensed from 78, and it is also an exclusive this year for 2024 from HalloweenCostumes.com, priced at $130, which I think is a pretty reasonable price for this guy. I mean, it's a lot for a 6-foot inflatable, but considering it's kind of an animatronic and an inflatable in one, and a licensed property as big as Michael, no pun intended, I think that's pretty awesome. And I think he's going to be a huge seller. Yeah, if you want him, don't wait. We've put direct product affiliate links to all of the products we're talking about tonight in the description of this video already, by the way. And this is another new one that I don't recall seeing last year. I don't think it was ultimately released last year. I could be wrong, but this is the new officially licensed Michael Myers Halloween 78 candy bowl holder. Now, many of us got an officially licensed H2O Michael Myers candy bowl holder greeter from Spirit Halloween a couple years ago. I own that one. He's in my living room right now. Man, that Twix making me hungry down there, and the Snickers too. They got the good stuff in there. So this is that same idea, but it is different. It is a slightly different mold here. His head looks a little bit different. The knife placement is a little bit different. The hands look a little bit different. And again, that one technically was officially licensed from Halloween H2O. This one from Halloween 78. And priced at a very reasonable, in my opinion, $40. And another exclusive from HalloweenCostumes.com. And we've got the link down below as well. And one more I want to take a look at tonight. This is interesting to take note. Another Michael Myers animatronic. This one, once again, officially licensed from Halloween 2, is back on the market. Now, you've seen this before, or something similar at least. If it's looking familiar, you're not tripping out. This is essentially the Jemmy produced 6-foot animatronic that was released originally in 2020, I believe. It was announced for 2020. I don't recall ever seeing it in a physical store that year. Of course, that was during all of the shutdowns and everything. But he made a pretty big splash in 2022 when he was available exclusively from Lowe's, and he looked a little bit different at that time. You might recall his coveralls had a little more blood on them, some blood spots. His mask was a little dirtier than this. This is a very clean white mask. That version, his hands were clean. Here they are bloody, but it was the knife that was bloody. And here, if you've forgotten what he looks like, I'll try to pull up a piece of video that you can check out. This is just a few seconds of in-store demo of the Jemmy Michael Myers animatronic, the version we most recently saw, which again, I think everything on the inside is pretty much unchanged. It's just the outward appearance. But here's how he appeared 2 years ago at our local Lowe's store. yeah, so as you can see on that one, you know, it's the same, just the coveralls now are back to clean, the mask is clean, the hands are bloody, and the knife is back to clean. Same motion, and this one too also does make the same, what we call Jemmy's royalty-free Halloween-esque kind of music. That's what he plays, and he's slashing movement up and down at the shoulder there, and like you can see there, the paint job is the main difference. But he is back. In addition to the Spirit Halloween, also licensed from Halloween 2, which is brand new for 2024, this Jammy produced, officially licensed Halloween 2 Michael Myers Animatronic is available online this year exclusively from HalloweenCostumes.com. Well, I don't know that it's going to be exclusive, actually. He's not in stock over at Lowe's where he was available. But I can't say that he's going to be exclusive, actually, because it does not state that here, where it does state some of their other exclusives. In any case, he's in stock and available to order right now, $300, and we've included the direct product affiliate link in the description of this video. And if you want to see him in action again, that in-store demo video from 2 years ago will be available to the public as soon as we're done with this live stream. It's already up for channel members, available right now, but hopefully they're all in here hanging out with us for Michael Myers Monday tonight anyway. All right, give me your thoughts on those new and returning Michael Myers collectibles from HalloweenCostumes.com. If you love Halloween, more importantly, if you live Halloween every single day of your life, then you are absolutely in the right place right here on the Halloween Daily News YouTube channel. And the most direct way that you can help out and support what we do here at Halloween Daily News is by becoming a channel member. There's just one tier. It's just $5 a month. You get early access to our exclusive interviews, a lot of our exclusive pre-recorded content. Channel members also get access to exclusive merch discounts and many videos not made available to the public. There's also going to be members only exclusive live events, giveaways, and lots more killer perks you can learn more about in the membership tab. It's basically like Patreon, except here on YouTube. I urge you to consider it. We've got a really awesome, amazing, growing community in there already, and I invite you to become a part of it. I'm Matt Arts for Halloween Daily News. Thank you for watching, and thank you for considering becoming an HDN channel member. Yeah. All right. Give me your thoughts on the Halloween costumes lineup, and then we're gonna dig into some more from Spirit here before getting into polls and shout outs. Looking over here at some of your comments, I see Krusty says that Halloween costume Stay Puff is cool too. Definitely their coolest inflatable out there. Oh yeah, their giant 25-footer. I think that's probably their first licensed 25-footer, if I'm not mistaken. You can correct me if I'm wrong. And now this year, their new 25-footer, that's just the Myers stuff, but their new release this year, we posted about it on social media already, is their 25-foot officially licensed Beetlejuice inflatable, which is right on time with that new movie coming out as well. Let's see. Darlene has the first Michael Candy Bowl. Yes, the one released from Spirit. We own that one as well. I like that one a lot. You can see this one very similar, but slight differences. Of course, I'd love to own both in a perfect world, but I'm certainly happy with mine. Use it all the time. Like I said, it's right next to my Sam Candy Bowl greeter from Spirit in our living room. Christy says that song choice is interesting. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. If you've never heard it before, yeah, it was. We talked quite a bit about it 2 years ago when that Animatronic came out. But yeah, it's their royalty-free version of something with piano that kind of. I mean, whatever. Honestly, I would probably if you can operate the action without the sound, I would probably just have the sound off and have him on motion sensor, and that way anybody gets close, he's gonna start slashing and be much cooler. City Kitty says has one of the Spirit ones as well. Yes. Yes, Byron. The animatronic from Halloween costumes is 300. Yeah, 299.99. Yeah, you're right, Rob. They put him out in 2020, or at least he was supposed to come out. I think he might have been released. And then Lowe's had him in 2022. He was kind of back at Lowe's, at least online, last year. And now over at HalloweenCostumes.com. Who knows where that Jimmy Michael's going to show up. Scotty wants a Ben Tramer animatronic with pyrotechnics. That's a good idea. Might be a little niche for the specific H2 Tramer fans, but I'm here for it. I would like that. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate the compliment on the shirt. Yeah, you guys have seen this one before, but it's a good summertime shirt, little Jaws homage. And when I think of Jaws, I think of Halloween 2, Dick Warlock, of course. And we're talking a lot about Halloween 2, officially licensed merch anyway, tonight. Not so much the movie itself, but Rob owns the Party City and the Spirit one. Nice, yeah. We own the Party City Michael Myers animatronic, which I really like him. Again, some notable differences. Check out my whole unboxing and review from him from a few years ago if you haven't already. Brett, I love it. We need a Bucky animatronic. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. Yeah. We need one of these home haunts. I know somebody's probably already doing it. Tag us if you are. I want to see. To do the whole, like a whole Haddonfield. Like most people have like a slasher room or a Michael Myers. Like we need somebody to do the whole Haddonfield for their haunt one year. And have all of those in there. You could retrofit certain existing animatronics to make it into a Bucky and stuff like that, and a pyrotechnic Ben Tramer, which would be amazing. That'd be awesome. I think that'd be great. Yeah, Bucky rules. Everybody loves Bucky. I mean, does anybody? I mean, talk about like an unlikely fan favorite side character. I saw some other channels. I haven't watched it yet, but I've seen a couple different other channels. I think, if I'm not mistaken. The algorithm shows me this stuff. Doing videos ranking side characters in the Halloween franchise. I think Bucky would definitely be top 5, if not number 1, right? Michael choking out the dog. Yeah, nice. All right, so that's what's happening over at HalloweenCostumes.com. But of course, there is another brand new Michael Myers officially licensed Halloween 2 life-size animatronic for 2024. And this one is from Spirit Halloween. And since our last report, it is now available for purchase in stock and shipping upon order right now online at spirithalloween.com. I've included the direct product affiliate link in the description so you can click on it and grab this new Michael Myers animatronic before they sell out. Now, I am hearing that this may be a online only item as well. I reached out to our contact at Spirit Halloween corporate today to try to get confirmation on this regarding if he is for sure not going to be available in actual Spirit Halloween physical stores this year. And I've not heard back from them as of this recording this evening on Monday night. So for now, we're going to go with the assumption that this very well could be and very possibly an online only item from Spirit Halloween. I would say maybe not the smartest move for them. If so, I think he'd be a big hit, big seller in stores. But nonetheless, he's going to be a big seller no matter what. And so here he is. We've talked about him quite a bit. He stands 6.3 feet tall. He has a couple different movements. He moves at the waist. He's also slashing at that right arm. He too plays, well, you can hear the audio. It again is not the Halloween theme because that costs too much money, understandably, but it is something else entirely with some breathing. So it's got its own unique thing going on. I've got our previous video report has him in action, and you can check that out here on our YouTube channel. And in fact, we can take a look at it right here if you want. And here you can hear a little bit of what I'm talking about. Well, yeah, sorry his head's chopped off in that frame here, but you can hear the audio. And again, if you want to see that full demo video, that's official demo video from Spirit Halloween. You can check it out on our previous report or on an edited version of this report that's going to be up on this channel tomorrow, on Tuesday. So he is priced at $280. Again, officially licensed from Halloween 2. And we talked about his details quite a bit. He's got the bullet holes. He's got the blood tears. And you can see his eyes. Some people, I myself commented, like, why didn't they go all black with him like the Party City version did? But the previous Spirit Halloween releases also had the eyeballs behind it. Also, that Jenny version that we were just looking at has the eyeballs. So pretty much every version except for the Party City, as far as the life-size 6-foot animatronics, has not blackened out the eyes. It was just the Party City that went that route. So again, pros and cons to everything, and that is something that you can always do yourself if you want to DIY. So there you go. He is in stock right now at spirithalloween.com. I don't know how long they're going to last, but yeah. They're shipping immediately, and I hope to see one of these in person. Um, I love that it's got the blood tears, honestly, and I love that Universal, in their licensing of the Myers merch lately, here in the last couple of years, has really leaned into be it the manufacturers um, requesting it or Universal saying, "Hey, we want to delineate which film this is" by leaning into those blood tears, because none of the other films do that. It's very instantly you see that, oh, that's Halloween 2. Like, instantly the blood tears. Nobody else ever did that. So I think for those reasons, it's kind of cool for them to lean into that. And again, I know I've seen plenty of comments on social media. Not everybody loves the look of Michael. First of all, the comments about the hair on this animatronic. I mean, you can't. You're gonna have to style it a little bit yourself. It's not gonna come, that great. So that part, yeah. And why Spirit didn't style it a little bit themselves, yeah. But that part you can fix. But as far as the face, I don't think it looks that off. I think the mask looks fine. And I do want to see it in person, though. I might change my opinion then, but I definitely am liking this animatronic. I like the multiple movements of it. And just like with that 25-foot inflatable, the fact that it exists, the fact that we've got yet another officially licensed Michael Myers back for 2024, keeping Michael, on the throne as the King of Halloween. He should have that presence. I mean, it's not like Art the Clown's not going to have a huge presence this year, too. He's going to be everywhere. And I don't just mean Terrifier 3. That's the icing on the cake. I mean, all this merch as well. But Michael's got to have that big presence in pop culture. And Spirit Halloween having a new animatronic out and everybody snatching him up as fast as I know they are, because he just came online literally pretty much hours ago as we're recording this. He's going to be a big hit this year. But that's all my opinion on that animatronic. Now you tell me what you think about Spirit's new Michael Myers animatronic. And let's also, while we're at it, let's take a look at this guy. I know you guys are excited for this, as I am. Spirit started this horror baby line last year. They released Leatherface and Sam, among others, into this horror baby line. I think they did Ghostface in 2023 as well. Well, this year they've added a couple new horror babies, including our boy Michael Myers from Halloween 2, once again leaning in to the blood tears. Blood tears horror baby. How cool is this? Priced at $50, as they all have been. Another new addition for this year, also Art the Clown. And he's rocking his sunflower sunglasses in his horror baby form. But this, again, currently available online right now. Of course, brick and mortar Spirit Halloween stores have not opened quite yet. The flagship store will open on August 1st in Egg Harbor, New Jersey, and then all other Spirit Halloween locations will begin opening in the weeks following that. And the way it goes these days, they're all pretty much open by the end of August. A few, I think, open in September, but most of them open in mid to late August these days. Whereas the Spirit Halloween operating season used to be about 4 to 6 weeks. Now it's much more like 2 to 3 months. So again, the horror babies definitely not going to be for everybody, but I love them. I'm going to have him. I still don't have the Sam horror baby that was released last year from Trick or Treat. So I'm going to have Michael. I'm going to have Sam. And, oh yeah, I'm going to have Art the Clown and his sunflower shades. Horror baby Art the Clown. Absolutely. And then just glancing real quick at some of the other new arrivals. I mean, there's not a whole lot that is new or that we haven't discussed here. As we talked about during our last Triple M live stream, some previously released awesome bobbleheads, the clothesline bobblehead and the hedge bobblehead, both back in stock right now and on sale. Take advantage of that if you don't own them yet. You're a collector. We did talk about this during our last live stream, that John Carpenter's Halloween clapboard still in stock. Speaking of Corey's Scarecrow mask, they've got it in stock. We posted about this one on social media, a transparency sign. It is basically the Halloween poster, although they crop out a good portion of it off the bottom, unfortunately. That's in stock for $22. That's a new 2024 item. A lot of returning items as well that you can see here. Another bobblehead back in stock. The older Mike White the Stairs bobble. The new Blade Disgusting t-shirt featuring Michael Myers. Interesting. They've got that in stock. That's new. Bloody clearly working with Spencer's, which is Spirit's parent company on these. But there you go. And I think that's about it listed as far as new for 2024 items. Oh, except for this one, which I'll be interested to hear your opinions on this. Check this out. This is new. Never seen this. Maybe for good reason that we've never seen this. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. This is a light up slashing through the snow Christmas sweater featuring Michael Myers. What the hell? Yeah, that's what it says. It's a Christmas sweater slashing through the snow. Okay. So I guess if you got to wear Christmas apparel, you know, better to have Michael on it. I mean, I do have a Christmas themed shirt with Jason and Freddy on it. So, okay. I'm not a sweater guy by any means. I can't remember the last time I wore one. Never really liked them in retrospect. And even the whole ugly sweater thing. So I don't know if I'll go for this personally. Even on like an ugly sweater type event. But it says light up. I guess it's the snowflakes lighting up. I'm looking at it. You guys tell me if I'm missing something. But I think it's the snowflakes that light up here. Yeah. It's a weird image to pick from Michael. Kind of looks like Curse of Michael Myers. Michael? I kind of feel like it's officially licensed from Curse of Michael Myers with that image. I just noticed that part. It's priced at $60. It's in stock. And as you can see down here, they got Ghostface versions. They've got Exorcist versions of that. That's kind of their thing. Spirit Halloween selling Christmas merch now, I guess. Okay. Again, this is a little bit, especially it being Spirit Halloween and me being Mr. Halloween for all intents and purposes, this is a little bit like the other stores putting out the Christmas stuff before November, before October has even come and gone. And here even Spirit Halloween is selling Christmas stuff. It's a little weird, but anyway, at least it's Michael Myers. That makes it awesome. You guys give me your thoughts on this one. $60. And actually, that one, I think I got so distracted by it being a Christmas item and everything I wanted to say about it. I don't even know if I put that link down in the description, so I'll put it in the live chat right now. Boom. There's the affiliate link to the Christmas sweater, the slashing through the snow. I like that part. All right. You guys tell me what you think about the new Michael Myers collection from Spirit Halloween. There might be some more still coming too. Um, but like I said, stores are going to start opening anytime now. Brett says, I have this sweater. The white lights flicker on and off. It totally looks like H6. Okay, cool. Very cool. And it is an actual sweater, Brett, or is it like a long sleeve T-shirt made to look like a sweater? Because you know what I mean. Sometimes, like Fright Rags and some companies have made ugly sweaters, quote unquote, to look like, and they're horror themed, but they're not actually sweaters. Is it the sweater material? I'm just curious. I'm assuming it is. But so there you go. The lights flicker and it looks like snow. Boom. So Brett, I mean, you must have just ordered it then, because I've never seen that product listed. Um, or did they have it available already? Teen Wolf says already has the flush, but might order another. Freaking love that thing. Awesome. And welcome and happy Michael Myers Monday, by the way, Teen Wolf. That's a good point. Consider it payback for all the years Christmas took over Halloween. Now it's our turn. Yeah, I guess that's a good point. We have to look at it that way. Yes. Brett says yes, it's an actual sweater. Spencer's Gifts had it last year. Okay, that's it. It was available at Spencer's, but not at Spirit, and it might not be at the Spirit stores. But interesting that that they're selling that. Okay, so it was a Spencer's uh, store item last year. Okay, very cool. Thank you for that. Excellent. Rob says jemmies are kind of horrible. Teen Wolf says the mask on the animatronic looks off like the Rob Zombie mask with a toupee. Oh, talking about the spirit one, I'm guessing. Yeah, Darlene, I'm hoping they have him in store too. Rob getting out the hospital August 9th. Awesome, man. We're with you. We're sending you good vibes, man. That's good to hear. Glad you're here with us, dude. Even in the hospital, man. Brett says he and Pat, the Halloween collector, made Bucky hard hats. Awesome. Well, I can't believe somebody hasn't marketed him. I guess it is. He's still such a niche character. But I've said so many times, it's astonishing to me that nobody yet has made a Jamie Lloyd figure. Like Funko hasn't done a Jamie Lloyd pop yet. That one I mean, the Loomis I can kind of understand because it's probably got to do with Donald Pleasant's likenesses and that type of stuff. I'm guessing that's why we don't see as much Loomis stuff, although we have recently. Um, but I mean, if it's Jamie Lloyd with the mask, I mean, Rob pre-ordered the H2 Michael Myers. It's pretty cool looking. Can't wait to get him in November. Awesome. Yes, Brett says they're the same company, Spencer's and Spirit. Yes, Spencer's is actually the parent company of Spirit. That's correct. Yeah, so they do cross lines often. Like you do see some Spirit stuff year round at certain Spencer's locations sometimes. Byron says his picks to compose
the score for the future Halloween films. Oh man, you've got all kinds of people in there. Cody Carpenter, Alan Howard. Yeah. Yeah, I vote yeah, John, Cody, and Daniel if they're so inclined. Always go to them first for the score. If they pass on it, then we can talk about other people. But I'm going to say them. As long as they are available, they're always first choice. I was just listening to some of their soundtrack. This is kind of part of my Triple M ritual as I'm getting ready for the live shows. I listen to Carpenter music and Halloween music and so forth. I love it. All right. What we're going to do right now is we're going to look at some poll results from 2 weeks ago. You might remember we asked you that evening how much you want to see Michael Myers in the upcoming Halloween TV series that is currently in development and coming soon. And I've talked quite a bit and speculated on what they could do and might do and what I think they should do, what I would do. But according to this poll, most of you do not want to see the series go the way I would prefer. And that's okay. That's fine. We don't have to agree with everything, and I don't know that my way would even be the best way. I've said all along, make it a series, focus on Loomis, set in Smith's Grove, patient to patient each episode, and let Michael be there, be a presence, but rarely seen, often talked about, a constant presence, but very much off screen. Until maybe, the final episode, first and final episodes maybe. Well, that's the answer that actually came in fourth place out of 4 choices with just 5% of the vote in our poll, believe it or not. So you guys don't think like I do in that respect. The next answer was very little Michael on screen, but at least 1 kill per episode. 9% of you voted for that. In second place, 11% of you said you're fine if Michael's not in it at all. Silver Shamrock rules. So that ranked higher than even my idea of very little Michael, minimal Michael. But the overwhelming answer here, with 75% of the vote, is the more Michael, the better every episode. So in other words, you guys do not want a series set in Santa Mira taking place at the Silver Shamrock factory in the weeks leading up to Halloween. Nothing like that, right? Not according to the results of this poll, apparently. All right. As we were talking here, or I was yapping, we did launch this week's poll. And I will go ahead and pose this question to you guys now. And you will see it is somewhat related to some of what we've been discussing tonight a little bit. As we like to do, try to keep the show, the themes going as much as possible. All right, so for this week's Michael Myers Monday poll, we want to know what is your favorite costume worn by any character other than Michael Myers in the Halloween movies. And of course, if your answer is not among the options, please write it in the comments. So the options I threw out there, some notable costumes from other characters other than Michael Myers throughout the series. There's been a lot. And yes, this was inspired by Christopher and his post about the Silver Shamrock masks earlier this evening. So I threw out there Jamie Lloyd's clown costume from Halloween 4, speaking of. Or another one of my favorites, our pal Tamara Glenn as Sammy and Sammy's sexy devil costume in Halloween 5. Or how about Scout Taylor Compton as Laurie and Laurie's magenta costume? Of course, magenta from Rocky Horror and Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Or how about this one? How about Oscar's devil costume in Halloween 2018? Which itself was an Easter egg and shout out to Samantha's in Halloween 5. Or, we talked about it earlier tonight, how about Corey's Scarecrow mask in Halloween Ends? So, already a few minutes into this, I guess about an hour into this poll, we've already got the first 10 votes in, and taking the early lead is a tie between Samantha's sexy devil costume in Halloween 5, played by our friend Tamara Glenn, and Lori's Rocky Horror magenta costume in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, played by our friend Scout Taylor Compton. They're currently tied for first place. Coming in at second place currently is Corey's Scarecrow mask from Halloween Ends, and tied at the moment for fourth and fifth is Jamie Lloyd's clown costume from H4 and Oscar's devil costume from Halloween 2018. Alright, so now you guys let me know what your favorite costume from any character other than Michael Myers throughout the long and illustrious history of this movie franchise and soon-to-be TV franchise may be. Teen Wolf says, maybe a reference to H3, but not a full-on storyline. I hear you. Rob says, in hospital, not too much to do but buy Halloween items. Getting expensive. I hear you. Yeah, don't spend everything. Byron's asking, will it be available come Halloween time? Do you mean the animatronic? Is that what you're asking about? I'm wondering, Byron. All right. Every week we do a couple shout outs. And it's pretty random, just throughout social media. We search the hashtags. But sometimes the hashtags aren't as easy to search as they used to be. Have you noticed that? The social medias don't make it as easy to make things in chronological and search the hashtags. IG, I'm looking at you. But that doesn't stop us. And, of course, we got to start with our buddy Christopher Nelson. First shout out tonight for sharing those awesome photos and always sharing awesome content on Michael Myers Monday. Here's another one he shared from his own shelf. That's his character, Officer Francis, of course, in 2018. Love Christopher. Love these photos. Moving on, another one today from Instagram. This is posted by our friend Zenace1991. Sorry if I'm butchering your name like Michael might butcher his victim. Apologies. But much appreciation for sharing your Michael Myers Monday love. And killer poster collection and nice shirt. Speaking once again of Halloween 2, keeping everything thematic tonight as we like to do. Let's move over to Twitter or X, whatever. This is posted by Sarah Screwdriver at Scary Sarah. Scary Scara. Excuse me. Scary Scara. Says Horror Hall, new shirt for Michael Myers Monday. Torrid is starting to roll out new horror stuff. Yes. Okay, cool. I like that new shirt. I dig the design. And we recognize Scary Scara from her Michael Myers Monday posts every week. Always posting, and we love it, and we appreciate you. Let's jump over now to the Threads app. This one was posted earlier today by ChuckyTwins.horror, showing off their pop collection. Speaking of Michael Myers collectibles, and some posters and DVDs in there as well. Very impressive. Another one from the Threads today. Another thread. This is Hallow Michael 1031 telling us all happy Michael Myers Monday. Almost 100 days until Halloween edition. Until tomorrow, enjoy day 101. Okay, I'm not keeping track because, quite frankly, I don't do the Halloween countdowns because every day is Halloween around here. But for those of you that don't celebrate Halloween every day, I guess we're 100 days away from October 31st, the most holy of all Halloween days. And now we jump over to the old TikTok for Ms. Har to Deaf. Says happy Michael Myers Monday. And speaking of the horror baby, there he is, and a whole lot more. Awesome horror shelf. I totally dig it. Okay, and one more also from the Tick and the Talk. This is posted by Brooklyn at Where Brooklyn At, and she says, "Who else is ready to break out the Halloween decor?" And well, I'll just play this for you. I love what she posted, and I'm very curious where they're at because this looks a lot like one of our local beaches here on the Outer Banks of North Carolina. But how cool. She's saying just a friendly reminder that there are only 15 more Mondays until Halloween week. Appreciate the reminder, Brooklyn. Appreciate the Michael Myers Monday love, and appreciate the Halloween at the beach vibes. That's got us written all over it. If you are here on the Outer Banks, we need to know who the hell you are, because we're clearly like-minded people. And if this isn't one of our beaches, then I'm very curious where you guys are at. This is awesome. Appreciate you bringing the killer Hallow vibes to the ocean front. Can't beat that. And useful information for us all. Only 15 more Mondays until Halloween week. 15 more Michael Myers Mondays until Hallow week. How about that? Right? All right, we're going to take a couple more comments, and then I'm going to get out of here for this evening. Let me scroll up here a little bit and see. Scotty says, Team Cat costume all the way. Scotty likes the Allison's black cat. I dig it too. Barf Bartholomew. Welcome, Barf. Happy Michael Myers Monday and happy Halloween. Best non-Michael Myers costume, the Barry Kicks Ass t-shirts from part 6. I almost put that as an option. I do like that as well. Just kidding. I just found your channel searching 25-foot Michael Myers inflatable. Okay, excellent. Well, I'm glad you found us. And yeah, I did think of putting the Barry Kicks Ass shirts from part 6, but not technically a costume. But I do like their it did cross my mind when I was thinking of the costumes, and I like where your head's at. Yeah, are you ordering the 25-footer, or do you already own it? If you're ordering it, hit our affiliate link, and then most importantly, when you get it, tag us in that thing. I want to see your footage. I saw one video of somebody who bought one last year, and they assembled, and they did a whole assembly video, and I did watch that. I don't even know where I'd put it in our yard. I mean, it'd have to be our driveway in our front yard, but we've got trees and everything. We'd have to do some trimming before we did some inflating around here. We'd make it happen, though. Rob says they should do the new show of comics. That would be the best way to go. Do the new series, the Halloween series, based it on the comics. I've thought about that a lot. I think that could be a really cool way to go, and there are some very cool existing storylines out there in those comics, hitting on stuff that's within the mythology that exists but has never really been tapped into before. I'm with you, Rob. I think there's a lot of room for some cool stuff to be done based on those comics. And we need the final issue of the first death of Laurie Strode, or excuse me, the first death of Laurie Strode. Issue 3. Teen Wolf says, freaking love those officially licensed bags. Hope we get a new one this year. I bet we will. From are those Hot Topic or Loungefly? I think is who did those, or maybe it was one of each. But I know Loungefly did one. Yeah, I bet we'll probably get another one. Rob says also like the old school pumpkin on top. Very cool. Had the same one. Nice. Absolutely. Barf just ordered the 25-footer. I'm impressed, man. That is awesome. Well, I cannot wait to see you, and I hope you will come back and tag us and let us know. And I want to see photos and video when you start assembling that bad boy. I've yet to even see one in person. Like I said, I'm told they had one at H45, and it actually went up for a few minutes outside the venue. I was inside at the time and never saw it, and that's probably the closest I got. I've seen a few of these 25-footers, like one of you mentioned, the Stay Puff. He's impressive. That Michael Myers, though, is just so badass. It really is, to the inflatables market, I feel like equivalent to what Home Depot did with that 12-foot skeleton 5 years ago. It really just was a shot in the arm, and all of a sudden, everybody's got to have their own 12-footers, and they're varying in quality now. But I think very much the same with pushing the animatronic or the inflatables up to the 25-foot scale now. It's like Halloween Costumes has done it, and now there's no stopping. Sky's the limit, it seems like. Well, Barf, I am happy you found the channel as well, and I'm glad you ordered it, and I cannot wait to see your footage when you put it up. Let's see, Teen Wolf says an adaptation of the Blackest Eyes comics would be sick. I think that was the H6 Resurrection crossover comics. Yes. It would be. I could conceive of them taking some of those comic stories, and even if they don't straight up adapt them, using some of those ideas in the new series. I could definitely see that, and I wouldn't be mad about that. Just taking certain elements, and even it being, not just an Easter egg, but taking a character maybe and incorporating things that existed in those comics. And yeah, maybe it's not going to be exact, but they're kind of bringing it into canon in a way that would work with whatever they're doing with this series. Because we still, there's so many unknowns about the series, and I'm trying not to get too speculative because I've said before, I do fully expect we're going to get some real exciting, concrete, actual news very soon. And so I'm trying not to get too outside of that right now. And I also haven't done a ton of independent investigative digging right this minute, quite frankly, because we're just super busy, for one, with a ton of other news and other items and life stuff and just all kinds of stuff. So there's all that going on there. But yeah, make no mistake, we're going to be talking about that TV series a whole lot once it starts getting up and rolling. And I could really see them using the comics as some bit of inspiration. Like I said, maybe it's not even an actual adaptation, but it is something where they take elements of those stories, even some of the characters, and incorporate that some way, kind of bringing unofficial canon into current canon in an effective way. Yeah, Sparf, thank you. That sounds good. All right. Well, guys, this has been awesome. Once again, the time flies when I'm on here every week. I mean, every week I write down things that we're going to talk about, and I queue up things, and I'm like, we're not even going to be on here an hour tonight. And it happens so often. I'm like, we're not even going to be on here an hour. And then 2 hours just fly by. like that so often here with you guys, because time flies when you're having a good time, I guess, right? You're having fun. So this has been awesome. This has been great. You will see some of these reports repurposed, recut, and presented as standalone reports. Even though it's kind of a rerun for those of you that were here live, if you can still just hit it with a like and maybe hit it with a share button, add it to your feed. We appreciate that type of stuff. It helps spread the word about what we're doing here and bring more like-minded folks like yourself in here. And we do love bringing in more new blood, like our new friend Barf. New blood in the house. We love it. And of course, we love our old blood too. Old blood, new blood, everything in between. Like the new gods and the old gods. We love them all. It is well after midnight. Not that that matters, because it's always Michael Myers Monday, just like it's always Halloween right here at HDN. But I got to get some rest. I got a busy day tomorrow. So I'm going to let you guys get some rest. But I am celebrating you guys because we made it through another week. And in our case, 2 since our last live stream. And we're going to do it again very soon. And we're going to gather, and it's going to be amazing. And when this TV series production launches, it's going to be an incredibly exciting time for this franchise. I can't wait. It's an exciting time for the franchise right now, just with all these new products coming out. We've got 2 animatronics on the market again. Hopefully something's going to be featured in stores, just because I like to see that stuff in person as much as possible. And there's lots more coming that we haven't even talked about, that we don't even know about. But I can guarantee you there will be announcements and reveals coming that we don't even know is coming. And it's going to be happening, and it's going to be awesome. And we'll be right here to dig in and dissect it all with you guys, because that's what we do, right? Blood for the blood god. That's right. Blood for the blood god. You got it. Awesome. Awesome. Teen Wolf, thank you. City Kitty. Yes. Scotty, thank you for being here. David Suber. Rob, thank you. Get well soon, Rob. I mean, Rob's tuning in from the hospital, guys. Send him love. All you guys are members that have checked in tonight. Love you guys. Any of you listening on a replay that it's not live and you're listening, I appreciate you. A lot of you guys do. And you play along as well when you're listening on the replay. You comment along, and I love that. And I appreciate that. And I read your comments. I try to respond as much as I can. So thank you for that as well. If you happen to be watching this and you haven't subscribed to the channel, definitely go do that. If you made it this long, then you definitely want to subscribe to see what we do next, because we do this type of stuff all the time. Hit the video with a like if you haven't already. And make sure you don't miss our next live stream. The best way, turn on your notifications. And think about becoming a channel member. Got to keep plugging that. It's just, I'm saying 10. It's just $5 a month. But we got a lot of cool members already in there, and we're going to have even more. It's going to keep growing and keep growing, like this community here on Monday nights continues to. So we're going to be here for it. It's our time. It's our season, as if it's ever not here at Halloween Daily. But it's really becoming our season right now, as summer starts to die away and the fall, the crisp air of the fall begins to come in. That's right. It's our time. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for all hanging out. This has been awesome. You're the best. And there will be lots more exciting content coming your way very soon right here on the HDN YouTube channel. Like I said, I've got an exclusive interview with Daniel Cocatello coming this week, and lots more cool stuff. Next week, I can't even tell you the interviews we've got, but I might be interviewing some pretty notable cast members of a pretty fairly big horror movie coming out in the next couple weeks. Is that vague enough for you? Yeah, okay. And of course, there's going to be more interviews and exclusive conversations with Haddonfield residents, former, current, and future for that matter, because we're not going anywhere. But yes, I am actively working on bringing on some more Halloween franchise guests, not just for here at the channel for pre-recorded exclusive video interviews, but also specifically to bring some more guests on here for some upcoming Michael Myers Monday live streams. That's right. We've done it before. We had our epic Michael Myers March where we had guests every week for 4 weeks in a row. We had Dave Ferret come on in April. We're going to do it some more. We're going to bring some more guests on here. They're going to be live answering your questions, answering my questions, hanging out with us, and just talking all things Michael Myers. It's going to be fun. And we're going to have some other pre-recorded ones too, because we do that as well. A little bit of everything. We're going to keep it wide-ranging. So you're not going to want to miss any of that. All very exciting stuff. I promise you're going to dig it. If you dug what you saw here and what you're seeing so far, you're definitely going to dig all that. You're not going to miss it. Turn on the notifications, subscribe, like. Thank you all for being here. I'm Matt Arts for Halloween Daily News. Thank you all for watching. And of course, happy Michael Myers Monday.